This is Channel 2 News, WGRZ TV, Buffalo. Now, Marty Ahrens, Lori Lasowski, Kevin O'Connell Weather, and Ed Kilgore Sports bring you Channel 2 News at 11.
Good evening. On this day made for love, the night ended in death.
What a tragedy. An apparent love triangle today has left a man dead tonight. Police say that a man crashed through a front window at 127 Shumway, started firing shots at another man. The victim was hit several times in the chest and died a short time later.
Now, the victim is a very close friend of a female person who resides right there at 127 Shumway, and he was just talking to her when this suspect, who we believe is an ex-boyfriend, busted through the window and fired the shot. So it would appear that our motive is probably going to be something like a boyfriend, girlfriend, something like that.
The suspect is in custody tonight. The names are not yet being released. Lori?
Also tonight, Tops Markets could be getting a sweetheart of a deal from the county. Tonawanda residents expressed their views on a plan that would give Tops a temporary sales tax break, and opposition appears to be dwindling. Channel 2's Colleen Brennan reports.
Your name? The Erie County Industrial Development Agency held a public hearing on a plan to offer Tops Markets a $400,000 tax break to build a new store on Niagara Street in the city of Tonawanda. A majority of residents who spoke favored the plan.
Our elected officials, the representatives of the people themselves, are together on this project.
Just to see something coming in instead of leaving the city of Tonawanda.
Some residents oppose the property tax abatements and the ECIDA's involvement in the retail business.
I don't oppose the project, I oppose the funding by the IDA.
I'm not against the TOPS project, I'm against tax abatement. I don't believe in welfare for multi-million-dollar corporations.
Tops has plans to relocate its Goundry Street store in North Tonawanda to this site adjacent to City Hall, which sits on top of the Old Erie Canal. Tops would have to invest more than $1 million to prepare the site for construction, and the city wants the county to help out.
The property where Tops is about to locate is a vacant parcel that's very visible within our city and has been vacant for in excess of 20 years.
We are simply talking about a sales tax exemption to Tops for a 10-month period.
The Industrial Development Agency will vote on a lease arrangement tomorrow that will allow the county to give Tops a tax break. Colleen Brennan, Channel 2 News, Tonawanda.
The new Tops store is projected to create $1.2 million in new sales tax revenue in 12 months. The county would get its $400,000 back within 4 months of the supermarket's opening. Marty.
Well, some West Side residents are taking a stand tonight to protect their neighborhood. The Peace Bridge Columbus Park Association wants to make sure plans to expand the Peace Bridge meet with their approval. The residents' big concern, neighborhood stability.
That maybe the time has come for the Peace Bridge to make amends with the neighborhood. We've been breathing in their fumes, we've been listening to all their noise, and one of the things we're now going to say is you give us a proper buffer zone.
Besides a buffer zone which would keep truck traffic away from residences, the association does not want Bus-Dye Avenue to become part of the Peace Bridge Association, and also that duty-free shops not be allowed to locate on the Bridge Plaza site. The Buffalo landfill, the subject of a meeting tonight. The State Department of Environmental Conservation proposing ways to clean up the all-tiffed landfill. The 30-acre site in South Buffalo received municipal and industrial wastes from the 1930s until 1984. It appears a final cleanup plan will be issued within months.
Ever since State Senator John Daly resigned to become State Transportation Commissioner, the political fallout over his job has been spreading. Republican Elizabeth Hoffman resigned her state assembly seat to run for the state Senate position, but her own party is backing another candidate, George Maziarz. As Channel 2's Annette Falwell reports, as Hoffman seeks Daly's job, other candidates are seeking hers.
The possibility that longtime Republican and former state assembly member Elizabeth Hoffman may be seeking a Democratic endorsement for a bid for the state Senate appears to be gaining momentum. Candidate Timothy Toohey expected to announce his candidacy as the Democrats' choice at noon, but backed out. citing the party leadership's interest in Hoffman as a possible candidate. Meanwhile, as Republicans were interviewing prospective candidates for Hoffman's state assembly seat tonight, they were expressing surprise.
As a Republican, I feel very betrayed. You know, if you're a Republican and you stand up for the ideals, you just stay with it.
One by one, 6 candidates went behind closed doors before Niagara County's Republican leaders.
They asked us some questions, wanted to know what our opinions were, what we felt on a couple of issues, and why we should run.
I told them I wanted to serve and I wanted to be a grassroots political person.
The candidates will have to wait to learn which one of the group of 6 the Republicans will choose for a March 14th special election. In Lockport and at Falwell, Channel 2 News.
The candidates say party leaders indicated it may be another day or so before they decide on a candidate.
In our People versus O.J. Simpson coverage tonight, testimony continued today in the trial. NBC's Jim Hanchett was there and filed this report.
Wasn't the evidence staring you in the face that somebody had to go out the back?
F. Lee Bailey, the defense lawyer who was famous when O.J. Simpson was just a football player. Most days a slouching spectator, now thunder in the courtroom as the defense rattled police on what they didn't do, didn't see in the hours after the murders. Sergeant David Rossi saw no bloody footprints on a portion of sidewalk.
Can you imagine that these murders were accomplished without getting any blood on the feet of the perpetrator?
I think anything is possible.
Anything is possible. So you think they may have been fast enough on their feet to avoid blood while accomplishing the carnage that we've been looking at on screen?
Bailey's broadsides followed a long give and take over ice cream bought at this Ben & Jerry's, bought by Nicole Brown Simpson the night she was killed, found melting at her house by Officer Robert Risky. A possible clue to time of death, but never examined.
What was the flavor of the ice cream?
I have no idea.
Can you tell whether it was 1 scoop or 2 scoops or whatever?
I have no idea.
Under questioning from prosecutor Marcia Clark, Risky insisted he took care not to disturb evidence.
You didn't try and taste the ice cream?
No, I didn't.
Would it have been proper for you to do that?
No.
That quiet professionalism is what prosecutors hope the jury remembers on a day when they got an earful from a legendary lawyer. Jim Hanchett, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Judge Lance Ito congratulated the jury today for a flawless field trip on Sunday, but the prosecution complained that the Simpson house had been carefully arranged to put O.J. Simpson in a good light. Now let's take a quick look at the weather, and this weather is a dry cleaner's delight, Kevin.
Sure is, and also for the plow workers, they finally get themselves a little bit of a respite tonight, Marty. We're talking about some clear skies and some very cold temperatures, already down to 2 at the Buffalo Airport. Those overnight lows definitely right around the 0 mark around much of the area tonight. However, tomorrow, little mini heat wave coming our way. We should slip into the high 30s to the possibly low 40s. Our weather headlines at 11 o'clock on this Tuesday night, talking about some mixed bag. Tomorrow we could have all kinds of precipitation in various forms. As the weather starts to warm up, it's going to be a real kind of crapshoot in the afternoon. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's take a quick look at some of the conditions at some major cities tomorrow on our Weather with a Beat tonight. I think you'd have to agree, Marty and Lori, that our weather Valentine today wasn't too bad. It sure was nice to see the old sunshine again. I'll have the 5-day outlook coming up in a few minutes.
Sure was. Thanks a lot, Kev. And still ahead, you won't believe how some people are looking for love these days. We'll show you coming up in our series, High Tech Love.
But first, we'll take a traditional and not so traditional look at Valentine's Day. And who's up for an Oscar?
A busy night in college and high school hoops, and the Sabres with a new look. We'll have the complete story later in sports.
Some new pasta sauce has recently appeared in America. They were inspired by 5 brothers who believed tomatoes should go into their sauce the moment they became perfectly ripe. Introducing 5 Brothers Select Ingredient Pasta Sauces, made with the finest ingredients, packed fresh for a fresh-made taste. After all, you couldn't question the brothers' results. Besides, they wouldn't stop to answer. 5 brothers, 1 passion.
It's Toyota's President's Week main event. Knockout deals make this the week to buy. Lease it yourself for an unbelievable $139 a month. Plus, deals on Avalon starting at $22,758. This week, thousands of units will be sold. Buy the top four-wheel drive 4Runners and get option package savings of $1,000. Limited time financing ends soon. President's Week deals end February 20th.
Pick up perfect potatoes at appealing prices all this week at Jubilee. Jubilee brings you the finest quality potatoes, nature's most versatile food, fresh from the fields of Idaho. This week, dig into Jubilee's perfect Idaho potatoes for the unheard of price of just 10 cents a pound. For baking, mashing, frying, enjoy the goodness of fresh Idaho potatoes. They're packed with delicious, nutritious, ooh, it's so good.
In our Channel 2 News World Watch tonight, the New York State Senate continues to debate the death penalty bill. Lawmakers met with the governor today, all day, on the bill. The Senate is eventually expected to pass the death penalty probably in a couple of weeks. In Washington, the House has approved the final and most controversial part of the crime bill. It would set up a $10 billion block grant with local governments spending the money as they see fit. The 6 crime bills okayed by the House now head to the U.S. Senate. Well, the list of nominees for this year's Academy Awards has been announced. Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, The Shawshank Redemption, and 4 Weddings and a Funeral, all in the running for Best Film. John Travolta, Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, Morgan Freeman, and Nigel Hawthorne for Best Actor. For Best Actress, Jodie Foster, Susan Sarandon, Jessica Lange, Miranda Richardson, and Winona Ryder.
We're celebrating Oscar nominees in Hollywood, but from the west to the east, they're celebrating Valentine's Day. The young, the old, and those in between are remembering the day in traditional and not so traditional ways. Here's a look. Soft music, candlelight, champagne, flowers. The ingredients for a perfect Valentine's Day dinner. Romance was in the air tonight at Justine's. For the Megos of Buffalo, it was an extra special occasion.
Justine's is the place that we spent our first Valentine's Day when we were dating 6 years ago, so it's kind of nice to come back.
Oh my goodness!
Here, Vivian.
Are you kidding me? Oh no, don't do this to me.
It was a day for surprises from your special someone, for flowers, for expressions of love. It was also a day to show others you care. Area celebrities, including some from Channel 2, visited patients at the VA hospital for the national salute to hospitalized vets. A band jazzed up the occasion at the Harris Hill Nursing Home. Patients danced the afternoon away with their young visitors.
These youngsters make us so happy when they come. See this? This is from the old kids. They made the bag. So, and look at, see, they even got little hearts on there.
Let me call you sweetheart.
91-year-old Walter Malin serenaded his bride, 89-year-old Eleanor. She was brought in from another nursing home so they could celebrate the day together at a romantic Valentine's Day luncheon.
That looked like such a nice event for the seniors.
Had a good time on that.
One other note, Roseanne got married today for the 3rd time.
No kidding.
Yeah, out in Reno, I think.
Forgot to send something.
Uh-huh. Some people really have a lot of heart, and we'll show you coming up.
That's right, but first, how can you find that special soulmate like Roseanne did? We'll show you how some people are doing it next in our series, High Tech Love.
A luxury car is supposed to be powerful, comfortable, stylish, smooth, and expensive. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. A Nissan Altima.
Now lease the Altima GXE for $199 a month, $2,000 down for 36 months with a $350 acquisition fee.
If your drain backed up, you'd call Roto-Rooter to fix it. But who would you call if, say, your toilet broke? Or your water heater busted? Or your bathtub sprung a leak? The same guys. Roto-Rooter. We do plumbing. Yeah, you can throw that in, too.
Wegmans is committed to bringing you low prices on the items you use most. We'll save you more with low everyday prices on health and beauty care items. To prove it, we actually purchased 20 popular toothpastes at Tops, Fays, and Vicks. When we compared receipt totals, guess what? Wegmans prices were lower. Compare for yourself. Wegmans has low prices you'll love. When it comes to saving you money at Wegmans every day, you get our best. Yeah.
Sparky! Stay! Sparky!
There's only one way off this boat for you now, mister.
Good thing these roll gold pretzels are fat-free.
Bombs away, pretzel boy.
Great man. Yeah, must be the pretzels.
We're safe now, Sparky.
For great taste that's fat-free,
Sparky?
it must be rolled gold.
In this era of modern romance, many are roaming the information superhighway in search of true love.
That's right, they're looking everywhere. Tonight, Annette Falwell joins us with the conclusion of her special series called High Tech Love.
By the way, happy Valentine's Day to
Same
both
to you.
of you.
You're all wearing red.
Of course,
Very nice.
of course, on this very special day. Well, computers are in use in every part of our lives. Of course, it was going to come to this. About 20 million people are linking up on what we call the Infonet. Thousands of marriages are resulting, and who knows how many romances. And the traditional methods are still, meanwhile, at work. Friday night, Gullies on Niagara Street draws the single crowd in. Amid the flirting, many say they're here to find romance.
It's a big love weekend, I guess, so gotta look for the cupids out there with the arrows.
You need at least 3 girls a night. It's just a really good place to meet girls.
But not all use that strategy.
I don't really think the club is the best place to pick up a man. I think the best place is like school or like a supermarket. Pay like bump your cart into another guy's cart.
Bar's a bad place to meet a woman. I mean, that's my opinion. I go to school, so I meet a lot of girls at school.
It may well be raining men here with about 1,000 crowding in. But that's a mere sprinkle compared to the internet.
It's a very large reference point where you can meet millions of people, literally.
This is the IRC, or Internet Relay Chat.
Hop on and see who's there.
Well, right now I'm talking to someone who's using the Nick Kirklord, and he's from England.
Her email pen pal has found romance on the Romance Channel.
I asked him what he was doing, and he said nothing. I'm just talking to Addie. And Addie lives in the States, and as I said, he lives in England, and they're like in love.
Frequent IRC users say it's easy to fall in love on the internet.
You have an image on your head already, and you met someone else, and that person has an image, but it's not the real image. So it's just like the wonderful person, the dream lover, and they just fall in love.
You ask them, what's your name? You know, where are you from? You know, how old are you? You have a boyfriend, you know, kind of stuff like that. You know, if they like the way you are, by the way you speak, by the way you express yourself, writing, they just keep on talking to you.
But more often than not, reality bites.
Most of the time, you just like meet the real person and they think, oh, I don't like that person.
Love and even marriage sometime result.
On Valentine's Day in 1984, they had an actual online wedding in Grand Prairie, Texas. There were 77 guests invited by the bride and groom, and afterwards we celebrated online, and everybody just kept hitting their apostrophe key to throw rice.
And other couples who met through more traditional ways use this non-traditional way to keep their romance alive.
Yeah, if he's in one place and I'm in another, we use the internet to find out where the other person is and say, okay, meet me here or meet me there.
And Infonet surfers ride the net not just for romance, they use it to meet new friends and even to find people to help them with their homework. Many uses for it.
I don't know what to make of all this. A toll-free relationship.
It's modern. I guess it's safe for a lot of people.
It is a lot of fun. I've never tried it for love, but I've communicated with people. It's fun.
Okay, great. Nice
Thanks
job.
a lot, Annette.
Thank
you.
What do they throw the bouquet or like just blow out one of those Intel transformers? I mean,
I don't
what's
know.
the deal?
still to come. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, of course, all of us weather guys, we love our computers. We've been talking with each other all night long.
For years.
Yeah, absolutely. And our computer tonight is going to put a smile on your face. No kidding. All the details, 2 minutes from now.
It just can't be put off. It must be tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Only 12 hours to take 1/2 off everything at Raymore and Flanagan. Plus, pay nothing for 1 full year. If your furniture store doesn't say Raymore and Flanagan on the outside, you could pay too much on the inside. Act tomorrow before the hours slip away. Take half off everything. Pay nothing for 1 full year. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. only at Raymore and Flanagan. When time is up, the discount ends.
Watch for falling prices. We see the prices falling.
It makes quite a bit of noise back here.
I would sound like money, like change falling.
It means that I can buy things for a lot cheaper here.
We got the lantern battery and the grape cranberry juice.
A coffee pot, fish food.
Like Charmin.
I came to buy a bedspread, and I got everything.
Who doesn't like something that goes down in price, you know?
That's why I come to Walmart.
This President's Day, you'll be glad to know that your Acura dealer is in full support of balanced budgets, not to mention shorter term limits. The Acura Integra Performance Lease. The front-wheel drive Integra is available exclusively at your Greater Buffalo Acura dealer.
Think about what could happen if you tripped down these steps or fell on a slippery floor. If you or someone you love is seriously hurt, talk to a lawyer who cares. Protect your rights. Call 1-800-888-5288 today. Over the years, Siegel, Kelleher & Kahn has helped hundreds of people like you settle their accident claims. Your first meeting with a Siegel, Kelleher & Kahn attorney is free. Call 1-800-888-5288 today.
Channel 2 weather is brought to you by Tops Friendly Markets.
We had some sunshine on Valentine's Day, and now a full moon out there. It's gorgeous.
Yep, officially tomorrow will be the full moon. It's on the 15th, but the main game tonight is bitterly cold temperatures. We're back down into those single digits. Thank goodness we don't have a lot of wind to contend with, so we don't have some severe wind chills. The good news, it looks like those clear skies are going to linger for the night. However, clouds are going to start moving in, and it's a good chance that tomorrow we're going to have a mixed bag of precipitation. Could start out as a little snow, but certainly by the afternoon commute, we're going to be talking about mostly rain. And a good suggestion, go get yourself a couple of extra bottles of that that blue fluid that keeps your windshield clean, because it's going to get sloppy next couple of days. Lori picked it out. There she goes. The moon is shining tonight. And why don't we share the facts and figures with you? Right now we have clear skies, 2 degrees with a net wind chill of -9. Southeast winds at 7 miles an hour. Barometer is on the way down as some low pressure, bringing some moisture and some warm air with it, is on its way to western New York. 24 and 2 are extremes today. There are the sun times, and why don't we start tonight with our three-dimensional picture. Nothing to show you on our local radar screen, which is the first time I've been able to say that in many nights. A lot of clouds. It looks a lot more active than it really is. What is going on? Low pressure area, which is going to be moving up through parts of the Ohio Valley tomorrow through Pennsylvania, then off the Atlantic coast, is bringing a surge of very warm and very moist, unstable air into our direction. Now, the good news, we're going to get some rain as opposed to any snow. However, it could possibly start out a little bit different, because when that moisture starts reaching our atmosphere, we're going to have some cold air waiting for it. High pressure will continue to lose its effect on the area throughout the better part of the night. You can see the clouds starting to creep into the western New York area already. Certainly by breakfast time, we'll have a lot of these clouds coming in from Pennsylvania. The system itself will be dragging along this warm front right here. A lot of warm air to the south. We're going to have that mixed bag right along the front, where it's going to be between a kind of a slushy, frozen sleet, if you will, between the snow and the rain. That'll be the better part of tomorrow. Then watch this high take over, because by Thursday, once again, it'll start clearing us out. We'll be seeing some warmer temperatures as well, as most of this frontal system will take the rain and move it right off the Atlantic coast. So the forecast for western New York tonight, under those increasingly cloudy skies, it'll be a low of about 0. 5-day forecast for tomorrow, we'll see 40 degrees and then 35 right through Saturday. Looks like Sunday should be a mostly sunny day at this point, with temperatures climbing into the mid-40s, and there's those early morning temperatures outside of tomorrow morning should be quite bearable over the next couple of days. So February has been anything but fun, folks. It has really been a very, roller coaster kind of ride with all the snow and the very poor conditions we've had. Next couple of days looks a little bit more stable, but the commute tomorrow could be a little tricky. That rain could start out as a little bit of a sleet, causing some black ice, so obviously caution should be advised.
Okay, thanks a lot, Kevin.
Have a good one. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Boy, has it been sloppy.
It has been.
Sure has.
All right, we're going to talk sports, and hockey is the big story tonight.
Oh, no question, Marty. We'll recap that trade, break up the Penguins, and great night for the Alden Bulldogs. We'll have that story next in sports.
Tops found you a decadent cookie, and now we'll bring you something even cooler. Yeah, President's Choice Cool, Refreshing Soft Drinks. They're some of your favorite flavors, including Cola, Grand Canyon, Dr. Smooth, caffeine-free Cola, and Diet Cola for great taste without a lot of calories. Whatever your favorite, they're a cool way to quench your thirst. They're a value that's really cool, too. Just like all the other President's Choice products now available at Tops Friendly Markets. Another way Tops never stops saving you more.
Some new pasta sauce has recently appeared in America. They were inspired by 5 brothers who believed tomatoes should go into their sauce the moment they became perfectly ripe. Introducing 5 Brothers Select Ingredient Pasta Sauces, made with the finest ingredients, packed fresh for a fresh-made taste. After all, you couldn't question the brothers' results. Besides, they wouldn't stop to answer. 5 brothers, 1 passion.
Do you know how many ski areas there are around here? Excuse me, do you know where these seats are? Where should I take the kids Saturday? If you want local information, ask a local. There are 300 local editions of the 9X Yellow Pages full of useful stuff. There's one in your kitchen, and that's 9X right now.
The average family has this much food waste at the end of an average week. The family with the InSinkerator disposer has this much. InSinkerator, the world's most preferred disposer.
Channel 2 Sports is brought to you by your good neighbor Chevrolet Geo dealers, introducing more new cars and trucks this year than anyone.
No doubt by now you've heard about the Sabres hockey trade, and it's here to put it in perspective for us.
Well, there may be somebody out there that hasn't heard about it. I doubt it, but you never know. But here it is again. Sabre General Manager John Muckler, now this is General Manager John Muckler, has pulled off a brilliant move to help Sabres coach John Muckler as he engineered a trade that sent Grant Fuhr to the LA Kings along with defenseman Philippe Boucher and Denis Sigurov for 3 players. And one of those players is 22-year-old defenseman Alexei Zhitnik, whose skating skills put him in the Alex McGillney class, whose offensive skills, shooting and passing the puck, are exceptional. Zhitnik, along with defenseman Charlie Huddy and goaltender Rob Stauber, arriving in Buffalo from Dallas this afternoon. All 3 will be in uniform tomorrow night in the odd against the Rangers. Zhitnik, who is Ukrainian, says the trade did surprise him a bit.
Something maybe happened? I heard some rumor before. It's coming, some trade's coming. But I wasn't expecting so fast.
I'll tell you, once he gets going and once he gets adjusted to Buffalo and to the team here, I think he's going to be he'll be a great addition. And I talked to John this morning, and he was pretty excited that he got him, and I think he'll really help out this hockey team.
He'll improve the power play because of his good puck handling, and also he does have an excellent shot, and he's an excellent skater. He has great speed. He has the speed of an Alex McGillney or a Pat LaFontaine.
That's saying a lot. Zhitnik scored 24 goals, total 100 points in his first 2 seasons. Many hockey people think the Kings gave up too much. In fear, though, the Kings get a good player, too.
And when I first got here, everybody talked about getting out of a first round. Well, my first year here, we did that. So I think in that respect, we accomplished that point a bit, but I still wanted to go a lot further than that.
Well, of course, Fuhr doing a great job here, but that contract and the fact that they have a guy named Dominic Hasek made him expendable. On the ice tonight in Pittsburgh, somebody maybe should break up the Penguins. Even without Mario Lemieux, they are sensational, mainly because of this guy with the long hair, Jaromir Jagr. The hat trick tonight, he now has 13 goals, and the Pens unbeaten in 12. They have a tie. One other final, Quebec over the Islanders 3-2, actually 2 finals. Flyers beat Tampa Bay 5-2. Local college hoops, Niagara at Siena tonight. Purple Eagles come up on the short end of a 97-84 score. Buffalo State, though, winning at Fredonia State 62-46. The Lady Bengals also win at Fredonia State 83-68. Top 25, number 1 UConn wins. Kansas clobbers Nebraska, but it's instant replay deja vu all over again. George Washington beats UMass again 80-78. Syracuse falling to Villanova in overtime. The ECC Cats host Genesee Community at ECC downtown tonight. ECC with a 5-game winning streak. Chris Watson drives for 2 of his 14, but this is going to be all Genesee. They're now 24-2. Larry Quinn with a nice baseline reverse, and GCC wins at 78-66. Well, in high school basketball, the ECIC Division IV Championship on the line with Cheektowaga at Alden, and the Bulldogs looking for some revenge. They have 2 losses, both Cheektowaga. Here's Brian Jaworski of Cheektowaga on the break, and it's Alden, though, 54-53 after 3, and then Alden takes over. Jeremiah Schmidt, look at the ball handling here, lays it up for 2 of his 20, and he goes over 1,394 points. He's the all-time Alden scoring leader. And Jeremy Bateman with a slam. He had 29. Alden buries Cheektowaga 79-63 to clinch its first Division IV title since 1981. They cut down the nets, and how sweet it is.
It's unbelievable. We lost twice to these guys before, and we finally got them the 3rd time around. It's a great feeling.
Quickly, some other scores. St. Joe's remains unbeaten. Williamsville North over Orchard Park. North Tonawanda and Williamsville South are winners. Park over West Seneca Christian. Nichols beats Niagara Falls. North Collins and Eden are winners. Timon St. Jude over Lancaster. Depew downs Williamsville East. Kenmore East over Lockport. Tonawanda down in Kenmore West. And girls play Pioneer upsets Sweet Home. Looport over Nichols in 2 overtimes, and Mount Mercy over Sacred Heart 50-37. Marty?
Nobody covers local sports better than you guys.
Well, thank you, Marty.
Good job. Nice job.
Thanks, Ed. And coming up, some folks are